To members of the public to be physically present. Members of the public that attend will be asked to follow the same procedures as all other visitors to our schools. Those procedures can be found on the agenda page of our website. Additionally, the board meeting will be live streamed for viewing purposes only. Anyone wishing to view the meeting may do so via Zoom. The webinar ID is 853-9431-5144 and the required password 753560. I call this meeting to order. Roll call, please, Mr. Lamb.
Mr. Koppel.
Here.
Ms. Davignero.
Here.
Mr. De Silva.
Here.
Mr. Denise.
Here.
Mr. Gallo.
Here.
Mr. Hughes.
Here.
Mr. Kismarski.
Here.
Ms. Jansen.
Here.
Dr. Morphy.
Here.
And our student representative, Ms. Cashberry.
Here. Thank you. Adequate notice of agenda of this meeting has been provided to the Ridgewood News and the Record, specifying that the Mahwah Board of Education will meet on April 30th, 2025 in the administrative offices, 60 Ridge Road, Mahwah, New Jersey. A copy was filed with the Township Clerk. Salute to the flag. Mr. Denise, if you would, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we are going to need a brief executive session at the beginning, but we're going to move things around a little bit. We're going to skip first to agenda questions because we have a presentation, so we won't keep everyone waiting, but we're going to skip to agenda questions. We'll come back to recess to exec, okay? So agenda questions. Please limit your questions at this time to resolutions under new business on this agenda. As a matter of fairness, you're asked to limit your questions to no more than one and your remarks to no longer than 3 minutes. If you are here representing a group, please give us the name of yourself and the group and your position in the group. If you're here as an individual, please give us your name and address. This section of public participation will be limited to 15 minutes. Please specify the resolution you are referring to in your question. All right, so I need a motion to open the meeting to the public. Mr. Kismarski, second by Mr. Hughes. Okay, we are officially open to the public. All right, seeing no one coming forth at this time, motion to close the meeting to the public. Mr. Gallo and second by Mr. Hughes. All right, we're going to move on to our Mahwah student representative report this evening.
Thank you. I'd like to start by saying that the drama club recently hosted Shakespeare last Friday, where all English classes attended, and it was the drama club who performed skits from Shakespeare's play. Art Club has put on their call for art for the annual design exhibition, which will take place on May 30th and 31st. Gems in the Environmental Club attended Science Day at Betsy Ross and Lenape last Friday. Tomorrow, the SGA will be hosting a 50 days until graduation and college decision day to celebrate for the seniors. Mahwah was the main champion for the Winter Guard. They earned first place gold medal in the Regional Scholastic Class A in Maine Winter Guard Champions. The indoor percussion won bronze medal, third place in the U.S. Band's indoor percussion. Congrats to Coach Remo for his 13th win as a Thunderbird baseball coach. Congrats to Elizabeth Crames for her 16th career save. Alexa Shervin also received 100 points, while Abby Clark got her 100th goal. And congrats to all the spring track team and their performances. Orchestra earned a gold rating for the North Jersey Regional 1 Orchestra, and lastly, the community service fair took place last week.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, now we're going to go to Dr. DeToro's partial report. Are you going to do the full?
No, just a piece of it.
Okay, we're going to do
Well, half of it
partial
was just
report.
taken, so we're only half of it.
All right, Dr. DeToro.
First of all, good evening, everyone. These are my favorite types of meetings because we get a chance to see all the great things that we talk about meeting after meeting, but we get a chance to see it in action. So we just want to welcome the team group from Rampo Ridge. There's very exciting things that are coming, and we asked them to come up to present to the board and the community. For all those who are wondering what does team mean? Well, it's team, T-E-E-E-M, which is the empathy, equality, entrepreneurship mission, and it partners schools with underserved communities worldwide. We have a cohort of our students from Arapahoe Ridge who are going to be spotlighting some of their work for us this evening. The students that we have is Jonathan Weinberg, Gabriel Fernandez, Hannah Goldsmith, Leah Molfetta, Mahi Rual, I apologize, Alan Huffman, Nate Miska, and Virat Singh. So if you guys would like to come up and share your presentation.
Can they hold it? Is that a no?
It'd be better.
What is TEAM? TEAM is a non-profit organization that strives to create a kinder world through empathy, equality, and entrepreneurship. TEAM helps schools like Arapahoe Ridge be connected to a country in need and helps us host fundraisers for them without asking for a dime. This experience helps students realize how lucky we are to be able to go to school in a safe environment with access to food, water, and freedom. TEAM gives students the opportunity to be part of a bigger thing than just hosting fundraisers and raising money for a country. TEAM lets us be a part of a bigger organization to one day hopefully change the world with the opportunities and leadership skills that this experience brings.
So when we first learned about this great organization, and it pairs almost wholly with teachers, and it brings authentic learning into the classroom, we knew that it was something that we wanted to be a part of. So Chrissy Morgan and I got together at the end of the summer, and we said, how can we bring this into our classroom so that every 6th grade student in our building would have an opportunity to partake in it? And how can we align this with our curriculum? And with the help of Nikki, we were able to do this.
So our curriculum is ancient civilizations. Each civilization we talk about, initially it's all about the geography. Why did they settle there? What are the resources? We always talk about the modern day. What happens if those resources start to deplete? If the river's drying up, what happens? So every year students would be like, oh, how can we help? How can we help when we talk about these modern instances? And this was a perfect pairing. We use Burkina Faso because it's all about the water crisis. So with each of our units, we talk about how important water is, so we thought it was a perfect fit to kind of slip in there since we talk about it every year.
TEAM also gives us the opportunity to work on a lot of the skills and make the connections that we've been interested in working on with our strategic plan, so things like SEL skills and authentic learning. As Virat said, it gives the kids an opportunity to really see what other people's lives are like around the world and build empathy for those individuals, as well as figure out what kind of solutions we can create by learning about entrepreneurship and the solutions that these charities put together. As well, we're able to make lots of great community connections when we put together these fundraisers, places like Moe's and the Lafayette Theater. The international connections we create with the other charities. We were able to speak to Georgie Badiel from Burkina Faso, and even other schools in this area that are working with TEAM, learning from their students how they've integrated TEAM, and then for us to build community with the other teachers from those schools. It's just been very enriching for us as teachers and for the kids as students.
Where is Burkina Faso? Burkina Faso is a small landlocked land in Western Africa. It's about the size of Colorado. Also, as you can see in the picture, so the girl got water from a well, and now she's just so happy because she finally had clean water. And what project will we help? Burkina Faso, you would help the royal villagers gain access to clean water by helping build freshwater wells, because we want to get these wells because there's a shortage of water, and the water could have diseases which could make people very sick.
We learned about Burkina Faso creating empathy among students by doing multiple activities throughout the year. During one of our class periods, we stimulated the experience of fetching water back and forth. In picture 1, you can see 2 students about to take their damaged cup to the river or a water source. Once they filled up their cups, they had to bring them back to the village. We continued to go back and forth until the home supply was full. Then we had to choose how to use our water, like using it for drinking, watering crops, and more. Students also had the chance to have a Zoom call with Georgie Badiel during our lunch period. Georgie is in the middle box of picture 3. In picture 2, you can also see how many students came to talk to her. During this time, we talked with her and asked her questions about her struggles during her childhood, like how she was not able to attend school. Georgie told us about how she became a model to raise enough money to get an education. This taught us to feel empathy and feel grateful for our education and that Georgie took the time to talk with us. Going to 6th grade, I feel like I did not know much about struggles people were going through in other parts of the world. After learning about Burkina Faso's water crisis, I feel more aware and grateful for what we have, and others could agree.
Most girls cannot go to school because they have to walk 4 miles to get water to supply for the day. Only 31.9% of girls complete school, which are most from wealthy families. This is unfair for the girls because to them this is a game of life, and only a small percent of girls can and are able to get a good and valuable education that can help them in the future. The other 69.1% of girls have to carry up to 5 gallons of water, which is equivalent to 40 pounds each day, which is very different from what we have in America. Most people have a water bottle in a very reachable distance from them. Most buildings have water with fountains and clean and fresh water. Burkina Faso doesn't have this source of water. The families rely on the women and girls to fetch water every day, sometimes even twice a day, which is very dangerous if not well hydrated because of the hot freezing temperatures. Women and girls don't have the proper footwear, and that can cause injuries. Some women even have to walk while they are pregnant and or in pain. All the problems wouldn't be occurring if Burkina Faso had a well built. And if a well was built, the women and girls can rest and get a valuable education while not worrying if they have enough water to survive through the day. Clearly, water is life, especially when it comes to the woman in Burkina Faso.
Social entrepreneurship. One of Team's unique educational offerings is the Social Entrepreneurship Program, where students apply for grants to financially back their own community events and fundraisers. Not only do 100% of the proceeds go to the projects for the site, but Team matches up to $10,000 per pod. Team helps us fundraise because students were taught to write grants to give to teams. The grant writing process consisted of students researching teams and what they wanted to write in their grants. Then students would word the research into an offer for teams to build a well in Burkina Faso. If teams approved the grants, they agreed to host and rent out everything we need to fundraise. Because of teams, we will be able to fulfill our goals in the future and help raise money for Burkina Faso.
Last January, we had a brainstorm session in the library, and we thought about different ideas to fundraise. So in the left picture, you see all the feedback of our winning choice of the movie night, which ended up happening later in the year, and our Moe's Dine and Donate ended up happening soon enough.
All right. So what we ultimately came up with in terms of our success in the fundraisers, as a result of our initial Moe's fundraiser, we were able to put together $625. And then our bigger event, the movie night, which was over at the Lafayette Theater, was a really, really awesome night. We were able to fundraise $3,398 for a total of over $4,000 on the year. A well costs upwards of $12,000, so we're a third of the way there. In 3 years, hopefully we'll see our names on the side of a well over in Africa.
Which is pretty cool because Waldwick has done it already. So when we went to the symposium, the well in Burkina Faso actually said Waldwick High School on it, which the kids were just so thrilled to see. Really cool.
In March, our school was invited to the Team's Mid-Year Workshop. We were the youngest ones there, and it was a great experience. 3 of my peers and I experienced a great opportunity to brainstorm ideas for upcoming fundraisers and gave suggestions to people from other schools. We talked about putting the events on social media to make them more known to other people as well. At this mid-year workshop, we realized that it was not only Burkina Faso who needed help, but there are also many other pods who are facing difficulties just like this. Coming up on May 21st, we have the Taste of Teams, which is an event where all schools meet and share information about their own events. It offers a chance for students to learn about other pods and for parents to see what their kids have been doing and accomplishing with teams.
Looking at the future, what do we still want to accomplish? Well, this year we were like the first year. We're like the guinea pigs. This is our first year ever doing this. So now we know what works, what doesn't work, what we could do better and what we continue to do. So overall, we just want to continue to fundraise. We also want to continue to raise awareness, have more people know about team every year, and have more fundraisers every year for the next grade. But overall, our main goal is to get the completion of a well and people to know about team to donate, and we also just want more people to have entrepreneurship and invest in these wells.
We would like to thank all of you for your support.
Good job, guys.
No, I got it. Well, can one of you well-spoken students tell us how we can donate to this? Is there just the QR code, or is there another place that we could donate?
So there is the QR code.
I was trying to get them before they walked
I'll
away.
lead them through back to the mic. Come back to the mic. Come back. Do you guys remember how we could donate?
Because that's the most important thing, so that we can get the word out for you guys, right? And you want more than 12,000, that's just one well, right? You want multiple wells.
There's multiple places on the website where you can
Okay.
find a donation list.
Great. So it's on on the Ramapo Ridge website?
So it was on our, like with that QR code, and
Right.
it's also on our movie night website.
Okay.
Or if anyone would like, let's say, would rather write a check, the check would get made out to Team with 3 E's.
Okay.
And then we give that to Team, who then turns around and puts it towards Mahwah. We had a very generous parent donate $1,000 for our thing, so they
Right.
wrote out a check to Team, and then that came in our lump that went to Ramapo Ridge Middle School.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great job, guys. Thank you so much for
Oh, yeah.
coming. Very inspirational.
They want to quickly tell you something. Go ahead.
Sure.
I don't know what.
Lastly, we just want to say a big thank you to all of our amazing teachers, Miss Shannon.
Ms. Conrad. And Ms. Ridgway for making all these amazing fundraisers happen and helping Burkina Faso build a well for fresh drinking water.
We are also so grateful and thankful for everything they have done to help and support this important cause.
So let's give a big round of applause for these.
Well, first of all, I just want to say congratulations, because what you just presented was absolutely spectacular. And the reason why I say that is because while you guys were up here and talking about your experience, and I'm so glad, very strategic of putting strategic plan in there. Because the first thing I thought of is, we got a chance, and for the kids, I think it's important for you to know this. Over the past couple of months, we've been talking to the community, we've been talking to so many different people about what does everyone feel is the ideal learning experience here in Mahwah? And what they talked about was taking the learning outside of the 4 walls that we're learning in, and really understanding how does this learning impact outside. And you guys were perfect, better than I'm going to be able to explain, of how this learning, not only you were able to learn about this area, but you were able to understand the power and impact that you can have as individuals. So the words like empathy and appreciation and understanding the struggle of others, this all aligns with what we talk about when we try to give a well-rounded education. And you guys stole my thunder. I was going to thank your teachers, but you guys did it so much better than I could. But it really warms my heart to see the high level of learning that's taking place, but more importantly, how committed you are to it. Just to talk to the board, all of the teachers, Ms. Shannon, Ms. Conrad, and Ms. Ridgway, and Ms. Van Ness, met with us sometime in the fall, and the energy that they had and how much passion they had for this project was really, it was contagious, and we wanted to really see this through. They did a tremendous amount of work with the students, and this is a major point of pride for not just Ramapo Ridge, but for Mahwah. So I can't thank you enough for all the hard work you did and the work that you'll continue to do. This is something that's new to Ramapo Ridge, and as everyone can see, it's a massive success. We have Mr. Corey here as well. So this is a collective effort from the Ramp Ridge team, and I just wanted to say thank you, congratulations. You made us all proud. Thank you very much.
And on behalf of the board, thank you to the full Ramapo Ridge team, Mr. Corey and all the teachers involved. But I'm also going to thank you parents, because people are working on public speaking, and I think public speaking is one of the most important skills that you can learn in life, and you all spoke extremely well, very clearly. It was well written. So I'm just so impressed with our Ramapo Ridge students. I'm sure the full board is. And we again congratulate you, because again, it's one thing to have an idea and it's another to put it into place and the steps involved. And I know all the parents have contributed a lot of time and effort too. So we thank all of you, and you should be really, really proud, because we're very proud of your students today. Excellent job. Thanks, Nikki. Sorry. All right, I think we're gonna now go back to earlier in the agenda. Thank you guys for coming. You're welcome to stay, but I'm sure we won't see you when we come back out.
That was fast.
All right, I need a motion to recess to executive session. Mr. Kazmarsky, second by Mr. DeSilva. All right, we will be about 20 minutes. All right, apologies, because we took a bit longer in executive session. Exactly, than anticipated. So I need a motion to reconvene to public action meeting. Mr. Kizmarski, second by Mr. Hughes. All right, let's quickly get back into this. Did you have any other report, Dr. DeToro? All right, we are back to Superintendent's Report Part 2. Okay.
What I'll do is, I tried to tag the things that the high school representative already said, but it's worth showing a picture. This is Coach Remo, his 300th win. As we all know, he's a graduate of Mahwah High School, class of 1980. Collectively, with baseball, softball, and football, not only is it 300 wins in baseball, it's 500 total wins, more than 500 total wins across all 3 sports. This is something she did not share. JK students present Oliver Twist. Most of your children went through JK. This is a long-standing tradition. This is one of Dr. Fair's best performances in Mahwah. This past Friday, JK students presented Oliver Twist during this year's annual theater week. Big thank you to JK HSO for organizing this successful event. If you haven't seen it, it's a great opportunity for all of the kids to come together and perform. They literally get the act in the week, and they perform on Monday, and then by Friday they're performing for the parents. It's a special event. I know Dr. Morthy has this in her report, so I won't step on her toes, but I just wanted to thank all of the participants who came together to help build our strategic plan for 2025 to 2030. As you all know, we're closing out our current strategic plan at the next meeting. We'll be sharing the new strategic plan in our September meeting. Matt Lee, on a number of occasions, was extremely impressed by how many community members participated in our strategic plan experiences. Over the course of the 3 meetings, we had over 200 participants. We had over 1,700 survey responses as well. So when the community asks to be heard, I can say that we have successfully done our very best to gather all the stakeholders and all the voices to make sure that the 25 through 30 strategic plan is going to represent the voice of the whole. Next one is, I know you think it's a repeat, but we actually got it again. ITEEA recognition. Mahwah High School teachers Dan Catazone and Andrew Coe attended the, I'm not going to say it, conference held in St. Louis, Missouri in April, as the school was recognized yet again with the STEM School of Excellence banner. This is the second time Mahwah High School has been recognized. In 2023, the school was lauded for its broad offering in STEAM, which includes art, along with science, technology, engineering, and math. This organization is specific for technology, innovation, design, and engineering educators. Its mission is to advance technological and engineering capabilities for all those involved. This was shared, but here's a picture. On Friday, April 25th, a big point of pride for us, our Winter Guard and our Winter Percussion hosted Special Friends and Family Performance. The Winter Guard performed When Darkness Comes. Indoor Percussion performed Bringer of Night. Our Winter Percussion earned bronze, 3rd place in U.S. Band's Indoor Percussion Championship, and our Winter Guard earned 1st place with a score of 86.82 in the main Winter Guard show at Brick Memorial High School. So congratulations to all of our performers. They put in a ton of work, and they really made Mahwah proud.
Just one correction, it wasn't a Brick, it was all the way at Lehigh University.
Well, so it's at Lehigh University. They still got 1st place. And their score was 86.82. They're still stellar. String Orchestra. Our string orchestra participated in the All North Region 1 Orchestra Festival hosted at Mahwah High School by performing music from The Barber of Seville, Carmen Suite No. 2, and music from La La Land Mahwah High School earned a gold rating for its performance at the All North Jersey Region 1 Orchestra Festival. So congratulations to them as well. Now,
Great, thank you, Dr. DeToro. Dr. Fair, do you have a report for us this evening?
I sure do.
Oh, and I'm so sorry. Mr. Lamb, I apologize, I skipped right by you.
Whichever order you prefer.
We'll go to you, Mr. Lamb. I'm sorry, Dr. Fair. Do you have a report for us this evening?
Yes, Dr. Morty, we have the public budget here.
I'm lost today.
We have the public budget here for the 25-26 school budget. So we'll begin.
Thank you, Mr. Lamb.
Dr. Fair is welcome to give my report. So this is the fourth presentation we've had in the last 4 meetings on the 25-26 budget. So it's the final presentation and summary, and it's the official public budget hearing because tonight is the final vote on the 25-26 budget. So we'll begin starting with our revenue. As we mentioned in the past, we have an adjustment to the tax levy cap. We're using a healthcare waiver to go above the 2% by a little bit over $1 million. It's for a 3.49% tax increase, and the health waiver is used to allow the district to raise taxes higher than 2% in order to cover health care benefits that are also increasing by greater than a 2% rate. We'll explain more of that later. There's no bank cap available for use in the next several years, but the health waivers do allow us to adjust that cap. And having that extra revenue will allow the district to maintain all of its programs while also decreasing some of the other revenues, which we'll explain in the next few slides. Thank you. Good news regarding state aid. Our state aid is increasing by about 5.64%. Some districts throughout the state saw decreases, others saw increases, so we're certainly happy to be on the positive side. We get a very small amount of revenue for SEMI, which is Special Education Medicaid Initiative. We're getting less than $50,000, even best case scenario, we're getting less than $50,000 of an $80+ million budget. So it's a very small amount of revenue for that. We do get several $100,000 in grants from the federal government, IDEA being the bulk of it, which is for special education. Most of it goes for out-of-district tuition, and some of that ESEA, which is Titles 1, 2, 3, and 4, for various programs for students at risk. Health benefits, again, the health benefits waiver of over $1 million does plug a hole in, does help us balance the budget with needed revenue to match the increase in health benefit costs. We have transfers from reserve accounts for various reasons. $800,000 from capital reserve to fund capital projects, which we'll explain later. The capital projects budget is outside of the operating budget, whereas emergency reserve, which can be only used for a couple of reasons, either a true emergency, such as if a school went on fire, or security upgrades, or health benefit increases. Those are the only 3 uses for emergency reserve, so we're withdrawing $200,000 from emergency reserve to also help with our health benefit increases, and then we're withdrawing $300,000 from maintenance reserve for maintenance costs. Unlike capital reserve, maintenance reserve does go into the operating budget because maintenance expenses, a lot of it preventative maintenance, is part of the operating budget. Our interest income, we are budgeting a higher amount next year. We're really just being a little bit less conservative with it. Interest rates have been high for a while, and we are shopping around for options where we think we have an opportunity to increase our interest revenue. And good news for taxpayers is for the second year in a row, the taxpayers will be paying no debt service. The district did pay off it's bonds from past construction projects, so 2 years in a row with no debt service. If you look at our revenue in summary in a table, what I want to point out is that, well, why do we have a 3.49 tax increase if the total general fund is increasing by less than 1%, the operating budget increasing by 1.7%? If you look at the numbers in red, we do have revenue streams that are decreasing. Even the semi, it's a very small amount, but it's decreasing. The budgeted fund balance is leftover money from last year's budget. This state in the order is called excess surplus. Surplus money from last year that we can put into next year's budget as a revenue. $3.3 million of budgeted fund balance in the current year's budget, that's really not sustainable long-term, so it's in our best interest to wean that revenue number down. So getting it down to 2.8 million gives us, it lowers our risk. And then hopefully the following year we can lower that into the low twos and continue to wean that number down. We had a revenue in the current year's budget, transfer from unemployment trust. For a lot of districts, that number ballooned up during the COVID pandemic. Districts were funding it really for worst case scenario, and then ended up, the balance got high, so the auditors recommended withdrawing money for it. So that $400,000 revenue that was transferred in, it's really not sustainable on an annual basis, so we're decreasing that amount. So those decreases in revenues have to be offset by increases in revenues in other places. And so that's part of the reason for the tax increase, and certainly the state aid helps. The tax impact, this is the probably the newest information that's in this presentation that was not shared in the past 3 presentations. The net valuation in the township did go up. That's always helpful to the tax rate. And the biggest thing that homeowners want to know, what's the tax impact on my home? So for the average home in Mahwah of about $481,000, it comes out to be about $13 a month for the calendar year 2025. $157 a year, but per month, $13 a month increase on your taxes for your school taxes. That does not count township taxes or county taxes. The impact, if you wanted to compare different values, for every $100,000 of valuation that you have, it would be $2.60 a month. So then you can multiply that by whatever multiple to get whatever valuation your home is at to estimate your tax increase. Again, the revenues for special revenue, Fund 20 in our budget is grants from the federal and the state government, and it's mainly ESEA, which is for at-risk students. It could be regular ed or special ed, and then IDEA, which is for special education students. We do have a very small amount, a couple $1,000 for non-public schools in town that the federal government provides. It's really we're just a pass-through of making sure the money gets spent properly. And then there are local grants, the generosity of the Mahwah Schools Foundation and the HSAs, and then a lot of local businesses and other nonprofits do provide grants as well. Special education costs, out-of-district special education costs are certainly part of that. And then there's in-district special education costs. We do have 449 in-district students with IEPs. And special education overall represent, if you include transportation for those students, about 31%, almost a third of our operating budget. So we are meeting the needs of those students. Part of the special education costs are for out-of-district students, but not all of the out-of-district costs are for special education students. Some of those out-of-district students are general education students. So of the 110 students that currently attend an out-of-district school, about 68 are special education students, and about 42 are regular education students. In special ed, some of them go to private schools, some of them go to other public schools. Bergen County Special Services probably being the most common one, which is considered a public school district. And then regular education students, we have just under 40 students attending the Bergen County Vo-Tech or the academies. We have 2 students who are shared time with Mahwah, where they spend a half day in our district, a half day in the technical schools. And we have 2 students who attend a charter school. Charter schools are considered public. We, as the home district where they're residents, are required to pay tuition and provide transportation for those students. And that's the law. We don't have a choice. Our out-of-district costs for tuition is it's over $6 million, or about 7.6 of the operating budget, and it's on average it's about a 5.7% increase from the current year's budget. Again, tax levy going up 3.49%. This part of the budget's going up by a greater amount of that, so we have to find other efficiencies in our budget in order to balance. And the IDA grants do pay for about $600,000 of that out-of-district cost. Employee benefits are one of the, on an annual basis, one of the drivers of our budget increases. It includes health benefits, prescription and dental, but also includes other non-medical related, such as workers' compensation, the Social Security, pension payments, tuition reimbursement, and sick payouts for retirees. As per contract, the total employee benefits budget is almost $13 million, over 15% of our operating budget, and driven largely by health benefits, 9.68% increase from the current year's budget. The medical benefits, the biggest part of the employee benefits. The current year's budget, we saw a savings of $900,000 when we switched from a state health plan with Horizon to a private plan. Even though we saved $900,000, our health costs still went up in January. So it's not like our health costs dropped by $900,000. They were $900,000 lower than they would have been. So it slowed down the increase. It didn't actually result in a decrease. The health, so in spite of our savings relative to the alternative, we're projecting our health benefits are going to increase by 12% again in January 2026. So although now that's still lower than the 14% increase that if we were in a state plan and not a private plan, we would have had, and those rates are already higher. So we're doing our best to manage the health benefits, but it continues to be a driver of our costs. Again, the different types of health plans we have, the different types of prescription plan is a private plan. By having a private plan that we negotiate instead of going through the state, we do save money that way. And then the dental plan through Delta Dental is a small portion of the medical cost, but it's still part of it. Our total cost of medical benefits are over $10 million. It's about 11% of the operating budget. It should be noted that our employees do pay about 21% of the cost of their medical benefits, so they are contributing to it. Our appropriations were spending our money by category. Instructional support, this is outside of the classroom, but certainly you really couldn't run a classroom without it. Instructional support, curriculum guidance, multimedia, library, professional development, and our health nurses' offices, about $4.5 million in total district-wide. It's about 5.5% of our budget. Our school operations, which includes our school administrative offices, our central office, about $2.7 million, about 3.4% of the budget. Our district technology, infrastructure, and support, about $3.5 million. We have Wi-Fi, internet, district-wide, laptops and Chromebooks throughout the district. Our maintenance, custodial, grounds, and security, over $7 million, about 8.7% of the budget. And our extracurriculars and athletics, about $1.7 million, just over 2% of the budget. Our enrollment, The state uses our enrollment count as of October 15th every year, and that's what they base our state aid on. And our enrollment did see a decrease from October 2024 relative to October 2023. And our out-of-district students were, for the most part, steady. It should be noted, our district's receiving an increase in state aid in spite of the enrollment going down. That's because there's a formula of where we get the money. And if we have a high number of at-risk students or special education students, then we're more likely to get an increase. And so that's probably what drove the increase, even though the enrollment overall did go down during that time period. Our staffing, for next year, we have a net decrease of 9 full-time equivalents with, very important, with no negative impact to class size or student programming. We're going to offer the same courses, the same opportunities, the same clubs and activities. Nothing is being cut out of the programs. And the staffing is consistent with the enrollment changes. And our staffing contracts are based on the collective bargaining associations and then the independent contracts for the rest of the staff. Our transportation budget is almost $7 million, about 8.4% of the operating budget. It includes the salaries, and it also includes contracts for the outside bus companies, includes in-district busing, special education busing, extracurricular and athletic busing. The busing vendors were renewed at the CPI rate for transportation, which was 3.57%. And if we had gone out to bid, it probably would have been higher, so it was safe to take that number. Our total transportation budget increased by only 1.41%, and the main reason for that is after the current year's budget had been set, Ms. Spindler and the Transportation Department and our administrative team found savings by reducing 4 routes of the current year's budget. So there was a little bit extra money sitting in the current year's budget that allowed that money to be carried over to next year to have a smaller increase while still balancing the transportation budget. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to trick you. So our district transport, a high majority of our students, over 2,000 students are being transported. And the state does calculate a transportation efficiency rating. 1 is the average in the state and the county, and the higher the better. And Mahwah does have 1.257 transportation efficiency rating, which means we're spending our money wisely on transportation. Would be the summary of explaining that. Capital outlay, although it is outside of the operating budget, it's still an important part of the budget. The 2 biggest capital projects that we'll be doing in the next year's budget are replacing a walk-in freezer at the Mahwah High School cafeteria kitchen, a cost of about $213,000, and then replacing the roof over the Mahwah High School cafeteria. The total cost is about $1.1 million, but we're getting over $400,000, 40% of the funding being reimbursed by the state from a ROD grant. So the total cost to the district would be about $660,000. There are other ROD grant projects that we have the potential to do. They're not in the budget, but the board, at the appropriate time, we could take action to move those forward. So we do have some flexibility in doing projects as we go, even though they're not part of the budget that you're approving tonight. Other summer projects that are in the operating budget because they're considered maintenance. Well, the first and the third are considered maintenance. The second one is actually still a capital, but it's already approved in the current year's budget. So paving projects is considered maintenance, and we usually try to do a paving project or a number of them every year. We do a shared service with the Township of Mahwah. They put out a bid every year, and we piggyback off that to get a volume pricing discount. It's worked very well for the last few years. Give a credit to our Township and Greg Romero for arranging that. And the Lenape Meadows Loop and Ridge Road will have paving done this summer. And then again, the second point, rooftop unit, HVAC unit at Joyce Gilmer School. That is a capital project, but it was already approved in the current year's budget, but the work is going to be done next summer. And again, that is also 40% reimbursement from the DOE for a ROD grant, total cost of over $400,000, but the district would only be paying about $265,000. We're going to be doing various upgrades from the cafeteria fund. Again, the cafeteria fund is outside of the operating budget. It's paid for from the proceeds from the food sales. So we're going to upgrade some of our cafeteria kitchens, some fridges, some warmers, serving stations, and then some of the schools will be receiving new cafeteria tables. And again, just a summary of the calendar, this was the fourth and final meeting for the budget presentations, and thank you if anyone has any questions.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Lamb? Okay.
I just want to say,
Oh.
I think it's very worthwhile to highlight the fact that the district is able to withstand the onslaught of higher costs for utilities, healthcare, etc., while still living within essentially a 2 plus 1.5% budget tax increase. So it's really due to the diligence and leadership of the entire administrative team, Tom's office, obviously, but the fact that at the end of the day, we're able to provide our students with a top-notch program, well-rounded, comprehensive education program for basically $13.10 a month more than we did last year is a remarkable achievement, and the whole team deserves credit. Who would have thought we'd be looking at health insurance going, thank God it's only 12%.
Yeah.
You know, under 2% cap.
Yes, I did want to say, thank you, Mr. Lamb, and to the business office team and to the administrative team also, because everyone works together and putting.
And I just want to add, thank you to our board, especially the finance committee, our administrative team, Dr. DeFurturo, Dr. Fair, Ms. Rizzo, Ms. Bovino Romeo, our business office staff, all the principals and supervisors. It really is a team effort. It's my first year doing a budget here, but it's been a pleasure, so thank you.
Thank you. Very comprehensive, and as Mike said, we try to be efficient, and it's pretty impressive where we are. But again, there's anyway. Now, Dr. Fair, we'll go back.
Yes.
Sorry, we should have continued with
It's
you,
all right.
then went to.
No, it was just a short intermission.
All right, Dr. Fair,
A riveting
and
intermission.
audiovisual. We got a lot of audiovisual today.
Yes, so there are a lot of great things have been happening this
Yes.
month. So
Good.
the Mahwah High School robotics team, the Robo T-Birds team 1672, they competed in the first robotics competition, and they were recognized earlier this month by the New Jersey State Senate and General Assembly by resolution. So the resolution highlighted the success of the team this year and the students' dedication to learning beyond the classroom. The team also won the Rising All-Star Award, Innovation and Control Award at their competitions, further highlighting the success the Robo T-Birds enjoyed this year. So congrats to them, and many years of success to come. Last week at Lenape Meadows, the students participated in one of their favorite days of the year, Science Day. The students had the opportunity to participate in various activities, including a visit to the planetarium. They made slime, and they learned about robotics from the Mahwah High School robotics team. They also explored the world of bugs and bees. So the kids had a really great time that day.
What's the bubble in the right-hand corner?
The planetarium.
Like a portable planetarium?
Yes, indeed.
For the record, something only right now fit.
Yes, that's all right. As of right now, that's great.
When you take the full bars.
We don't need the inflatable at GW, we just want the inflatable.
And Dr. Fair.
At GW School, our second grade students recently enjoyed a special book tasting hosted by Mrs. Phillips, Ms. Dahan, and Mrs. Guiney. With music, menus, and checkered tablecloths, students explored different genres of books and had a blast sampling new reads. The classroom was abuzz, and it was great to observe the students' ongoing joy of reading. We had an author visit at Betsy Ross School. If anyone is familiar with the Bad Kitty series by the acclaimed author Nick Bruhl, our students were captivated as they learned firsthand from the creative mind behind the beloved series. So Bad Kitty is about this, yes, a kitty who is naughty and like causes mischief, and students find the stories to be super hilarious. So a huge thank you to the Mahwah Schools Foundation for making this exciting event possible. The Betsy Ross HSO also provide pizza for students' lunch with the author, which we have a picture here to showcase that opportunity, which made the day even more special for our kids. You'll see at your places, we have a flyer for the Gifted and Talented Student Art Show that is coming up on May 5th, this upcoming Monday, from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Mahwah Town Hall's main lobby. All are invited to check out the beautiful artwork from the Ridges and Joyce Kilmer's Gifted and Talented Student Art Showcase. The student artwork will be on display through June 3rd, so visitors are welcome throughout the upcoming months. High school junior Arush Borker was selected by the Governor's School of Engineering and Technology, which is one of the two programs of the Governor's School of New Jersey. Since its inception, the program has been held at Rutgers University and aims to educate scholars in the fields of engineering and technology. The Governor's School program is a 4-week residential summer program, which is academically intense and demanding. It typically runs from the end of June to the end of July. Students participate in 2 elective courses along with the core courses of physics and robotics. Their schedule also includes keynote speakers, tours, enrichment activities, and a research project. And on the final day, a symposium is held to showcase the research projects and creations by all the scholars who are attending. So of the nominees who are considered the best and the brightest students of their respective schools, fewer than 25% generally receive offers of admission. So congratulations to Arush. It's going to be a great opportunity. I actually went to Governor's School in high school, and it was awesome. So you'll also see at your tables another flyer for another great event that occurred on April 4th, which was our Alternative to College Fair. You can see if you scan the QR code on the flyer at your places, you'll see there's some additional information. But interested students were given the opportunity to participate and attend an in-house opportunity to learn about alternative options beyond the 4-year college experience. At this fair were representatives from AmeriArc Welding Academy, an Aviation Institute, the Bergen County Sheriff's Office and Superior Court, a Dental Studies Institute, Eastwick College School of Trade, Lincoln Tech, Real Estate Schools, Boat Building and Design School Representation, and the United States Air Force, Army, Marine Corps, and Navy. So a special thank you to Mrs. Mandel, one of our school counselors at the high school, who led in organizing this very important event for our kids. Last but certainly not least, we have 2 retirement announcements you'll see on the agenda this evening, agenda items 19B and 19C. We announced the retirement of Sheila Sharp from Joyce Kilmer School. After years of unwavering dedication, we bid a fond farewell to Mrs. Sharp, who has truly made a lasting impact on our students. Known for being a tireless advocate, a source of positive energy, and a passionate force for good, Ms. Sharp has brought not just excellence to her work, but heart and soul as well. Always caring, always checking in, Ms. Sharp makes everyone feel seen and supported. The calm she creates in the classroom sets an atmosphere where kindness and collaboration can thrive. Her easygoing nature and infectious spirit will be deeply missed, but we are excited for this next chapter of well-deserved rest, joy, and new adventures as she looks to travel more and spend time with her children, who are actually literally all over the world. So congratulations to Sheila on her retirement, certainly well earned, and her energy and contributions to our special ed program will be sorely missed. Mary Beth Kakaluski, it says George Gale, I apologize. Sorry, Mary Beth. So after 21 years of devoted service to Mahwah High School, an advisor to our future medical professionals club, we bid a warm and heartfelt farewell to our incredible school nurse, Mary Beth. A compassionate professional and steadfast presence in our school community, Mary Beth has been a source of comfort, care, and calm for students, staff, and parents alike. In her remarkable 2 decades of service, she has taken only 5 sick days, a testament to her dedication and unwavering commitment to the district. Known for her diligence, attention to detail, and strong moral compass, she embodies what it means to lead with both heart and responsibility. If you know Mary Beth, you know her to be a true rule follower with a gentle spirit, and as someone who brings genuine warmth to the health office at Mahwah High School. As she retires, Mary Beth looks forward to a new chapter filled with travel alongside her husband Jack and spending time with her 10 grandchildren. Though we will deeply miss her presence in our health office, we celebrate the legacy she leaves behind and wish her joy, peace, and endless adventure in the years ahead.
Thank you, Dr.
And lastly, well, we have an appointment this evening for someone.
There's more.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Sorry.
we're recommending Jody Kraft, if you can stand, you can just do a wave. Thank you, Jody. We are recommending Ms. Jody Kraft to the Director of Curriculum and Instruction to join our central office leadership team. So after review of 110 applications, our panel met with 24 candidates via Zoom and 6 applicants in person. Ultimately, our committee is recommending Ms. Jody Kraft to the position of Director of Curriculum and Instruction for the district. Mrs. Kraft comes to us with 25 years in education. Before entering administration, Mrs. Kraft served as an elementary teacher and a literacy instructional coach. She served as a vice principal for Tenafly Public Schools, and for the last 7 years has been the principal of Byrd Elementary School in Glen Rock, which has been her proudest work to date. Her current superintendent speaks highly of Mrs. Kraft, sharing that she is diligent, has vision, and has really turned her school around. We look forward to having Jody join our district leadership team upon your approval. And now I'm done. I
What about the job
apologize.
fair?
It was great. The job fair was great.
That's a different report.
Thank you, Dr. Fair. All right, thank you, Dr. Fair, and we still do have to vote, but welcome and congratulations, Ms. Kraft. We'll vote and then I'll figure it out. Okay, let's try to get through this. All right, President's report. I had a few things. I'll try to keep it brief. All right, number 1 was our strategic plan. Again, we completed our 3rd meeting in April. I just wanted to review. This is all up on the website. So again, there's a nice big tab that says strategic plan, so you can go see. I just wanted to give the summary of the 4 goal areas that came out of all those meetings. Soaring scholars regarding intellectual curiosity and lifelong learning. Number 2 is wings of wellness, social, emotional, and personal growth. Number 3, launching leaders, college, career, and future-ready skills. And number 4, future-ready flight, world-class learning environments. We have very creative titles this year we came up with. The administration will be working on writing up action plans for these objectives developed under each statement and specific tasks needed to accomplish these objectives, and what resources may be needed and a timeline. And again, this is a 5-year period. So again, thank you to everyone who participated in the strategic plan. Thank you for spearheading it, the administrative team, and we look forward to our new Mahwah blueprint. All right, we have our top soaring Thunderbirds. Let's quickly go to February. Top soaring Thunderbirds were, the student was Tracy Palacanel. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, grade 12, for being determined. A quick blip. The staff member said she is, her journey through Mahwah High School has been defined by her unwavering passion for performing arts, budding interest in healthcare field, and a deep commitment to community service. So, I mean, really tremendous students and staff. The teacher was Mr. Matthew Domville, who is biology and special ed, again, determined. And the student quote, which is what all our students want to feel. He acknowledges people's hard work, encourages others, inspires growth within every student, and boosts the confidence of every student he interacts with. I mean, those are really tremendous comments. March, the teacher was Mr. Andrew Needham, visual arts teacher. And the student wrote, I chose him because he inspires me to be a better student, and he tries to make every student feel included. And the student was senior Sophia Simone for being inspiring and spirited, and the comments were, she inspires and lifts people up around her and brings radiant and bright energy. So again, congratulations to them. A housekeeping matter on committee updates. We do have a slight change. Mr. Copland, Brett Copland will be taking over community relations for us as our chairperson. So thank you, Brett, and good luck to you. All right, now I have something in honor of one of Mr. Gallo's favorite. Today's a special day for Mr. Gallo. So Mr. Gallo's birthday is today. But anyway, special favorite of his, and I'm surprised nobody else mentioned it, is the art and design exhibition at Mahwah High School, because I know this is a personal favorite of Mr. Gallo, so I had to talk about that. That will be May 30th, 6 to 9 p.m. and noon to 2 p.m. On May 31st. And Mr. Gallo will speak very highly of this because he thinks it's one of the best events we put on at the high school. All right, and then lastly, we are entering our superintendent evaluation period. We do this annually as a board. The first step is Dr. DeToro has completed his portion, his own self-evaluation. Then the board does an evaluation, which board members I'd like to have back hopefully by May 15th, 14th, I think, 14th or 15th. Thank you, if you can get right on that when you go home tonight. And we will then have a portion of reviewing, finalizing, etc., and it'll be signed by June 30th. So again, that is my report for this evening. Thank you. All right, board committee reports. We getting
I just have a quick
remark or report?
A report.
Report. Okay, go ahead.
So
Mr. Gallo.
Very quick. So this morning, Finance Facilities met, and in addition to the budget presentation was reviewed. But I just want to highlight, during the break, our supervisor of grounds and his team did a whole bunch of work throughout the district, which is sort of the unsung labor of love that they do to keep our facilities in great shape. A whole bunch of projects were completed. Thank you to Greg and his team for getting that done. And we look forward to hearing about the GW electrical transformer switchover, a project we have anticipated for at least 2.5 years.
Thank you, Mr. Gallo. Excellent. Anyone else? Committee reports? Mr. Denise?
The policy committee has 14 policies on tonight's agenda for the first reading. These are all just part of our continuing review of our policy inventory. So they all just had minor language changes or spelling, grammar, or formatting corrections.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Denise. Anybody else? Mr. Kazmarski?
From the town council level, the council at the last past meeting brought in the Winter Guard to recognize them for their great success and offer a nice resolution. Great to have them there. Also glad to see the paving project on and will be completed, but also saving more money to taxpayers, and looking forward to see if there's anything else we can do together. That's all.
Great, thank you, Mr. Kazmarski. Any other committee reports? Okay, then any board member remarks this evening? Mr. De Silva?
If we hadn't gone so long, I would suggest that we sing to Mr. Gallo, but so we can save that for later. We'll just wish him
happy birthday. Dedicated.
I think he was feeling it. I was not going to loudly say it. He was kind of shirking his birthday today. So.
I got him this morning.
All right. And what dedication to be here on your
All
birthday.
day.
He wouldn't have any other way. You know this. Like he had anywhere else.
Oh, Mr. Coughlin.
No new episodes of a program, Netflix is late.
All right, Mr. Coughlin, you had a
Yeah,
remark?
real quick,
Yeah.
today is the deadline for most seniors to commit to a college.
Ah.
May 1st is typically the day. I want to congratulate everyone. If you're not on Instagram, every year a teacher in high school, there's about 138 mentions on this Instagram page. Check it out. The list of colleges, universities, and plans that some of these kids are doing are absolutely incredible. We should all be very proud. Very proud of, I'm seeing JMU, I'm seeing South Carolina, I'm seeing Marist University. For us, that's big. But also I want to point out two other ones. We have at least one student going to West Point, and we have one student that will be enrolling in the Marines. So thank you to both of them for continuing that and going to the military service. I don't want to take away from Dr. Fair because I know he does something towards the end of the year with this list, so I don't want to take away too much, but I want to congratulate everyone who has made a commitment. And for those that haven't, there's still time, and I'm sure they'll find their way. So congratulations to all the seniors.
Thank you, Mr. Coughlin. Any other remarks this evening? All right, so let's go to old business 17, the minutes from the April 9th meeting. I need a motion on the floor. Mr. Kazmarski, second by Mr. Gallo. Roll call, please, Mr. Lamb.
Mr. Copeland?
Yes.
Ms. Avenaro? Mr. De Silva?
Yes.
Mr. Denise?
Yes.
Mr. Gallo?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr. Kazmarski?
Yes.
Ms. Jancy?
Yes.
Dr. Moore?
Yes. All right, new business. Did you want to take the budget separately, Mr. Lamb, or just we could do?
You don't have to,
Okay.
so it's.
Okay, so we're now going to go to 18 new business. A is the school budget that was just presented, but we've got A through DD. So I need a motion on the floor, 18 A through DD. Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Copeland. And roll call, please, Mr. Lamb.
Roll call, Mr. Copeland?
Yes, and thank you, Mr. Lamb, and the entire business office for putting the budget together.
Ms. Avenaro?
Yes.
Mr. De Silva?
Yes.
Mr. Denise?
Yes.
Mr. Gallo?
Yes, except on 18M, I am abstaining on check numbers 119254, 119382, 119451, 119506.
I hope that.
Mr.
Maybe
Hughes?
my
Yes.
should stop working.
Mr. Kazmarski?
Yes, but I'm abstaining on ATM check number 119398. I thank the district for paying its water bill.
No one in your family's working for the.
Ms. Jancy?
Yes, thank you.
Dr. Moore?
Yes. All right, now we're going to take new business personnel. Now we have a few, we have an increment with, we have an A, we have two retirements, we take those separately. So first on 19A, in executive session, it was discussed that we would table this particular resolution until a future meeting. So I do need a motion on the floor to table 19A. Mr. Kazmarski, second by Mr. Gallo. So we are voting to table 19A. All right, roll call please, Mr. Lamb.
Mr. Copeland?
Yes.
Ms. Avenaro?
Yes.
Mr. De Silva?
Yes.
Mr. Denise?
Yes.
Mr. Gallo?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr. Kazmarski?
Yes.
Ms. Jansen?
Yes.
Dr. Moore?
Yes. All right, and now, as we normally do, we will take our retirement separately. This is 19B and C. Many years of dedicated service to this district. Thank you very much, and enjoy your retirement. Need a motion on the floor. Mr. Hughes, second by Ms. Ting Jansen. Roll call, please, Mr. Lamb.
19B and C retirements, Mr. Copeland?
Yes.
Ms. Avenaro?
Yes.
Mr. De Silva?
Yes.
Mr. Denise?
Yes.
Mr. Gallo?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr. Kazmarski?
Yes.
Ms. Jansen?
Yes.
Dr. Moore?
Yes. All right, now let's take 19D to LLL we have tonight. So several things going on. All right, I need a motion on the floor. Mr. Copeland, second by Mr. Hughes. All right, roll call please, Mr. Lamb.
Mr. Coughlin?
Yes, I want to wish Ms. Kurt nothing but the best in the future. She holds a very special place in my family's heart, so good luck.
Ms. Avenero?
Yes.
Mr. De Silva?
Yes.
Mr. Denise?
Yes.
Mr. Gallo?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr. Kazmarsky?
Yes.
Ms. Jansen?
Yes.
Dr. Moore?
Yes, and now I think we can officially welcome and congratulate Jody Kraft as our Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Beginning this summer, July 1st. So welcome to the Mahwah. And thank you for sitting through our meeting very patiently. So anyway, thank you very much. All right, let's quickly now go to public. Getting there. We have LLL.
LLL, is that what
It is. That might be. Public questions or comment. Public participation at board meetings is in accordance with bylaw 0167. At this time, members of the public may ask questions or make a comment on educational issues or school matters of community interest. As a matter of fairness, you're asked to limit your questions to no more than one, and your remarks to no longer than 3 minutes. If you're here representing a group, please identify yourself, the group, and your position in the group. If you're here as an individual, please give us your name and address. I need a motion on the floor to open the meeting to the public. Mr. Gallo, and second by Mr. De Silva. We are officially open to the public. Seeing no one come forth at this time, motion to close the meeting to the public. Mr. Kazmarsky, second by Ms. Ting Jansen. All right, we do need another executive session at the end. So motion to recess to executive session. Mr. Gallo, second by Mr. Coughlin, and we will adjourn from there this evening directly. Thank you, everyone. Sure.
No.
No.